Welcome to This Week in 2016 Presidential Polls, where we take a look at the numbers that matter. Now, in this installment, we're going to take a deeper dive into voters' motivations based on data from the latest Monmouth University poll. Now, many polls will ask voters whether their vote intention is more for their candidate or against the other candidate. But we decided to take a different approach. We actually asked voters how important it was to them that either major party candidate does not get elected president. When we posed this question about Donald Trump, 49% of voters nationwide said it is very important to them to keep the Republican out of the White House. Only 31% said this was not at all important to them. Hillary Clinton also registers a high level of opposition, but not as high as Trump's. 41% said it is very important to stop the Democrat in November, compared to 35% who said it is not at all a concern for them. When we combined the two questions, we found that nearly half of voters, 47% in fact, said it is more important to keep Trump rather than Clinton from becoming the 45th president. 38% see Clinton as the bigger threat. Another 8% said it is equally important to stop both of them, and just 7% expressed no concerns about either candidate occupying the Oval Office. The small percentage who say it is equally important to stop both candidates, or conversely that neither candidate poses a threat, tend to split their vote support about equally between the two major party nominees, or they'll pick a third party choice. However, among those who express more concern about stopping one candidate over the other, there is a small but notable difference in their vote preference. Among voters who say it is more important to stop Trump, 76% are backing Clinton, 14% are voting for a third-party candidate, and 8% are likely to stay home on Election Day. Among voters who say it is more important to stop Clinton, 82% are backing Trump, 8% are voting for a third-party candidate, and 7% are likely to stay home. At first glance, it looks like Trump is doing a better job at swinging the anti-Clinton vote into his camp. However, there is another way to look at these results. When given the opportunity to pick a third-party candidate in the poll, about 15% of all registered voters will actually take it. However, let's ask ourselves, what would happen if these third-party voters, who feel that it's very important to keep one of the major party candidates out of the White House, decides to actually shift their support to the other major party nominee in order to, say, make their vote count? Now, if this happens in our analysis, it suggests that Hillary Clinton would actually add 3 or 4 points to the lead that she already holds in the poll. So we're going to keep a close eye on these voters and this specific motivation as the campaign progresses in the coming months. And those are the highlights and lowlights of This Week in 2016 presidential polls. Until next time, I'm Patrick Murray from the Monmouth University Polling Institute.